The world watched in disbelief as Adolf Hitler and his Nazi party rose to power in Germany during the 1930s. Hitler capitalized on the social and economic turmoil that gripped Germany following World War I and the Great Depression. His promises of national revival resonated with a population desperate for stability. Germany, burdened by reparations and unemployment, became fertile ground for Hitler's ideology. Hitler's ascent was fueled by propaganda, intimidation, and manipulation of democratic processes. The Nazi Party's paramilitary wing, the Sturmabteilung SA, instilled fear and silenced dissent. Through political maneuvering, Hitler and the Nazis dismantled democracy in Germany. The Enabling Act of 1933 granted Hitler dictatorial powers, allowing him to eliminate opposition. The rise of Hitler marked a turning point, casting a dark shadow over Europe and the world. With absolute power, Hitler and the Nazi Party implemented their hateful ideology. Jews became scapegoats for Germany's problems, facing increasingly oppressive laws. The Nuremberg Laws of 1935 revoked German citizenship for Jews and prohibited marriage with Aryans. On Kristallnacht, November 9, 1938, Nazi violence against Jews erupted across Germany and Austria. Thousands of Jews were arrested and deported to concentration camps. The Nazi regime also targeted political opponents, Roma, homosexuals, Jehovah's Witnesses, and individuals with disabilities. Concentration camps became sites of unimaginable cruelty and systematic extermination. Hitler's vision of a racially pure master race demanded the elimination of those deemed inferior. This twisted ideology created a climate of fear and allowed the Nazis to carry out their genocidal plans. Hitler embarked on aggressive foreign policy moves to expand German territory. In 1936, he remilitarized the Rhineland, defying the Treaty of Versailles. In 1938, Hitler annexed Austria in the Anschluss, met with little resistance. Later that year, the Munich Agreement ceded the Sudetenland to Germany in a misguided attempt to appease Hitler. Hitler violated the agreement, occupying the rest of Czechoslovakia in March 1939. On September 1, 1939, German forces invaded Poland, marking the beginning of World War II. Great Britain and France declared war on Germany, plunging Europe into conflict. Hitler's aggression shattered the peace that had prevailed for 2 decades. As World War II raged, the Nazis unleashed the Holocaust, a campaign of systematic genocide. The Holocaust claimed the lives of 6 million Jews and millions of others. The Nazis established concentration and extermination camps across German-occupied Europe. Auschwitz-Birkenau, Treblinka, and Sobibor became synonymous with the horrors of the Holocaust. The Holocaust stands as a stark reminder of the depths of human depravity and the catastrophic consequences of unchecked hatred. Life under Nazi rule was one of fear, conformity, and assault on individual freedoms. The Nazis controlled every aspect of German society, from media to education. Propaganda glorified Hitler and demonized enemies, promoting Nazi ideology. Despite the pervasive atmosphere of fear, acts of resistance flickered throughout the Nazi regime. The White Rose, a student resistance group, distributed leaflets denouncing the Nazi regime. Sophie Scholl, Hans Scholl, and other members of the White Rose were executed, but their courage continues to inspire. World War II engulfed Europe and beyond, leaving a trail of devastation. The war resulted in an estimated 40 to 85 million fatalities. Cities were reduced to rubble, millions displaced, and countless civilians perished. The Holocaust stands as a chilling testament to the depths of human depravity. The defeat of the Axis powers led to the emergence of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers. The post-war world was shaped by the rivalry between these two ideological adversaries. The war also led to the establishment of the United Nations and accelerated decolonization. In the aftermath of World War II, the world grappled with Nazi crimes. The Nuremberg trials, held from 1945 to 1949, represented a landmark moment in international justice. High-ranking Nazi officials were held accountable for their crimes. The trials exposed the horrors of the Nazi regime and established important legal precedents. The concept of crimes against humanity was affirmed, recognizing acts such as genocide. The Nuremberg trials sent a clear message that individuals are accountable for their actions. The legacy of Hitler and the Nazi regime continues to cast a long shadow. The Holocaust serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked hatred and intolerance. The trauma of the Holocaust continues to shape Jewish identity and memory. The legacy of the Nazi regime extends beyond the Holocaust, impacting international relations and human rights. The memory of the Nazi era serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the fragility of peace and the importance of human rights. Remembrance plays a vital role in honoring the victims of the Nazi regime. Holocaust memorials and museums serve as poignant reminders of the horrors of genocide. International Holocaust Remembrance Day provides an opportunity to remember the victims and reaffirm our commitment to preventing future atrocities. Remembrance events and educational programs raise awareness about the dangers of intolerance. By remembering the victims, we honor their memory and work to create a more just and compassionate world. The Holocaust stands as a stark warning about the dangers of unchecked hatred. The lessons learned from this dark chapter are as relevant today as they were after World War II. One important lesson is the danger of indifference and silence in the face of injustice. The Holocaust also teaches us the importance of protecting human rights and the rule of law. We must confront anti-Semitism and all forms of bigotry and discrimination. Combating intolerance and hate is essential to preventing future atrocities. Education plays a vital role in promoting understanding, empathy, and respect for diversity. Supporting human rights organizations helps protect vulnerable communities and promote equality. We must hold our leaders accountable for their words and actions, challenging hate speech and discrimination. By working together, we can create a world where the horrors of the past are never repeated.